Good evening, Fiends. Are you ready? Let's get spooky.
And welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Vamp, and today I have some special guests on the couch with me, my friends Nick and Rix. Nick is the mastermind behind CreepIE Con and Fearsome Figures, and my friend Rix over here is the mastermind behind Fear Farm. And your band Firing All Cylinders, right?
Yes.
So welcome, guys. Did you say I guess?
Yes. Yeah. I said yes.
They both
yes,
looked,
I guess.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
I say mastermind, and they both looked at me like
yeah,
it's
debatable.
a fact. I said it.
They're both group efforts.
So welcome to Let's Get Spooky.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. We've been talking about hanging out outside of a convention for, I think you said it earlier, 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Every time we're at the con and we're like, okay, after we're going to actually hang out, and then we're hanging out, but I put you guys to work a little bit, so, but it'll be fun work. It'll be fun work. So we're making things happen. I'm very excited to have you guys. We're going to talk all things spooky. We're going to hang out for a little bit, and then at the very end, which I didn't tell them about, we're going to play What's in the Coffin. You had some hesitation. You were just kind of like, whatever, it's fine. And then
I've touched worse.
Nick, you looked at me. You're like, what the hell? And you're like, okay. No, you said, what did you say? Is it going to be alive?
Yeah.
And I said no, no live things for now. Yeah. So when we have new guests on the couch, we always start off with your first and your worst. So I'm gonna ask, what was your very first horror movie, and how old were you? This is for both of you guys.
Ooh, I need to do
taking it back.
It was definitely I consider it a horror movie because I was a kid and it scared me. But Jaws would be my first.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. I forget what year it came out, but yeah, that was definitely.
Do you remember how old you were?
I was a kid. Definitely, maybe I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe something like that.
So my very first horror movie, I was 8, and I think that I was like, that's too young. And then people are on the couch and they're like, I was 4, I was 5, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But it shaped you into a swell human being, so.
Pretty decent, I would say. Yeah, not bad.
So do you remember your first that was considered like an actual, I mean, I feel like Jaws is a horror movie.
For sure.
And then when you go to Universal as a kid and you go on the tram, it's pretty cool and scary.
Bruce
Super
is
scary.
legit.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw Jaws at 5 and then I went to Universal and I was like still 5 or 6, I would be fucking traumatized. Because it's the closest you probably will ever be to a real shark as a child.
Oh, for 100%. Yeah.
I hope. In your entire life, I hope that's the closest you'll ever be to a real shark.
Well, shark diving maybe soon.
But that's a choice.
That's a choice.
That's an adult choice that you make.
Correct.
Do you remember your very first horror movie and how old you were?
I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell you how old I was, but as long as I can remember, like, it was always, like, the Munsters were always playing in our house. Like, always. So, I mean, I know that's not, like, terrifying. It's probably more comedy than anything else, but, like, that's kind of how I initially got exposed to, like, all things spooky stuff. Yeah, for sure.
The Munsters was, like, your background. Most people, it was, like, I Love Lucy, normal
sitcom. You know what? I used to have to sit through all of those shows waiting for the Munsters to come on Nick at Night or something,
Yeah.
But, like, I honestly, like, those shows were just so impactful to my life. And, like, honestly, I feel like the comedy holds up even today.
It for sure does. And the message. I feel like The Munsters was one of those shows that you didn't realize that you were learning something. Mm-hmm. At the very end, you kind of start to realize, like, that they're teaching me a lesson. But you watched it not realizing that was happening until the very end. And I feel like TV is not made the way that it used to be in that sense.
Definitely not.
It's funny because, like, they're supposed to be like this monster family, but like they seem to be like the most real family on the whole block. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they've accepted who they are.
For sure.
Everyone else is like trying to put on, the image of who they want people to believe they are. But these like so-called freaks of the neighborhood were just being themselves.
Yep.
For sure.
I love that. Do you guys remember your very first Halloween memory? Because I feel like Halloween, for all of us spooky kids, Halloween was like the jam. Do you remember like your first memory or your first costume or your first Halloween experience?
No, actually not the first. My best memory from Halloween,
Best
if
is
I
good.
could
Yeah,
change
yeah,
to
yeah,
that,
yeah.
is me and my mom would watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and hand out candy every year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, that's what we did.
Yeah,
because it's
your
on
tradition.
every year. Yeah,
Okay.
it was our tradition. So that's what's etched into my brain and what I'll always remember.
Yeah.
As far as little kid costumes and stuff, yeah, I'm kind of lost on that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you?
You know, honestly, like, it kind of, I would say it kind of went over 2 Halloweens.
Okay.
I would say, because, like, I remember one year my mom and dad dressed me up as Peter Pan, and my sister was Tinkerbell.
Okay.
And I remember walking around, and I just saw, like, spooky costumes when we're trick-or-treating, you know,
okay.
when that was a thing.
Yeah.
You know, and there was so many, like, there were some really good ones, like, this is in the 90s, you know,
Yeah.
and I remember the following year, my first spooky costume I ever wore was a sheet ghost. I wanted to be a
Love that.
sheet ghost, and I think I probably got inspired by like a Charlie Brown special or something,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But honestly, like, that moment kind of changed the trajectory of my life for sure. Because like the year after that, I did my first haunted house.
How old were you when you did your first haunted house? We're
6
going
years old.
to talk about
I
all
was
your
6
haunted
years
house
old.
journey a little bit
Yeah,
later.
I was 6 years old.
So you went out trick-or-treating and you're like, I'm Peter Pan. I'm a normal kid costume.
You know,
And then
I kind of thought it was lame. Like,
Did
I
you?
was like, I didn't, like,
Well,
I was
you
kind
see
of,
the scary ones and you're like, I want to do that. I want to do that.
I want to be a skeleton or like
Yeah.
something like that, you know, and you know, this kind of goes back to like, my brain was like, well, I watch the monsters all the time, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
I
I'm
want
like,
more.
okay, I was starting to, you know, at that point in my life, I was like 5. So I was kind of understanding what Halloween was.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a moment, you know.
That's interesting because I feel like it's one of two things, right? Either you're like, oh, that's just Halloween, I'm going to be Peter Pan, and we're just being like normal characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the kids, which I feel like is all of us, who were like, oh, wait, could I be like a vampire? Could I have blood? Could I be a monster? Could I be? And then, you know, like you said, it changed the trajectory for you. You know, at that moment, you're like, okay, I'm a little bit different. I want to be the scary one.
For sure. And, you know, my cousins, we would all trick or treat together, you know, and we were all on the same page. We all
love
thought
that.
the same thing.
I
And
love that.
the next year, it was hell on wheels. Let me tell you.
Just wreaking havoc through the neighborhood.
Oh, we looked terriable, but, you know, we were trying.
But did you though? Because as long as you felt awesome,
No, we definitely looked terrible. We definitely looked terrible. But you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. Okay, so those are joyous memories, but do you remember your first fear, your worst fear, actual fear? Not just like, oh, I don't like spiders, but like something that terrified you.
Having Candyman jump out of a mirror at me with a hook.
Fair.
That's what got me hooked on horror right there.
Really?
100%.
Okay, walk me through that experience.
One of my buddies growing up, we used to, you know, I used to stay at his dad's house on the weekends.
We all had that one friend.
Yeah, we'd go to the video store and we would get horror movies, Hellraiser, you know,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, everything. And when I saw that movie specifically, it gave me that feeling and that just thing that I was like, okay, this is me. I'm in. I want
That
to see it all
rush.
now. Yeah.
And so you were actually afraid of it, like when it initially happened?
I was terrified. I could not watch a film with Tony Todd in it and not see Candyman.
You're like, this is a trick,
Honestly,
whatever, no
until I
matter
was
who
like
you-
16, 17 years old.
Really?
And then it's crazy because I've seen him at shows
I was gonna
later
say,
on
have
in
you met
life,
him?
and he's the nicest human
Yeah.
being on the planet.
Yep.
Rest in peace, good
Yep,
sir.
absolutely.
And so I'm like, wow, how was I so afraid of this nice, gentle man?
Yeah.
You know, like
You
it
didn't
made
look
no
nice
sense.
and gentle. You
Yeah.
were terrifying.
Yeah, so that was the one, that started everything for me. And I forget how old I was, 9, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around
Definitely too young to be watching it.
Probably,
but
yeah.
I think there's like that magic window of age when you're younger. You know, like you're not watching it at home. You're at your friend's house, so you know you're already not supposed to be doing it. But there's that little window where, for some people, they're like, oh, I saw this one movie when I was a kid, and I can't watch horror because it terrified me so much. And then there's that other group of us who saw it, we were terrified, we couldn't sleep, we were up all night, but then the next morning you're like, okay, what are we watching tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I know that I had that feeling too, so I know that feeling. Do you remember that feeling, that or fear? Your first fear?
Though, but it happened when I was really young, and it's like I still to this day think that's the most scariest vampire ever is the Count from Sesame Street. I still think he is.
Was that your first fear?
Really, like, that was like the first time that like watching something on screen actually kind of was like a little jarring because they used to have like strong lightning effects and stuff on the show.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember like he was kind of freaky. Like, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like I still think he's kind of freaky, honestly. I think he's a scary Muppet. He ignited
something in you for sure.
Yeah, it definitely did, but like I guess that, you know, yeah, it's scary, but it kind of like, it's like like you said, you come back for more. Yeah. You know, and then where does that go from, you know, that came to, you know, where we all are now, obviously, but it's like, I remember being a little kid and actually kind of being a little scared of him, but like, you know, you like hide under the pillow and then you'd be like,
yeah. It's not enough. You know? It's not enough to make you be so afraid that you don't ever want to be around it anymore. It's just the right. There's that magic equation. It's the right amount of fear to keep you curious. And I feel like the people that are super fans of horror, you had the perfect equation. You couldn't have like pictured it happening. It happened the way it was supposed to because you knew that you were going to be sitting here. Your future self knew this was the moment. So it was setting you up for that moment. And I think as we get older with what you guys both do, I kind of want to ask, how has your love of spooky inspired, like CreepIE Con? Was there a moment that you knew your younger self wanted to do something like that? Or as you got older, did it just kind of evolve?
Yeah, I think it was an evolved thing. I mean, and you know, how it came to play with Fearsome and stuff, and then Brian, who owns SoCal Social Events, which is CreepIE, reaching out to me. It kind of all came full circle at once. Yeah. And very quickly, too. Like, it wasn't a slow process. It was within like a 3-year span or something where everything kind of just went. And, yeah, now we're kind of here today.
Everything aligns.
Just everything aligns, yeah.
So tell me about your journey getting you to building your own haunted house. Like when you were a kid, I guess this is a question for both of you as well. Were you a fan of haunted houses? Did you seek them out? Did you go to them a lot when you were younger?
So my aunt and uncle did one. Okay. At their house. Once again, when I was really young, and it was very simple. It was just, you know, it was just on a porch. And
like for friends and family, or could anyone come and experience it?
It was for trick-or-treaters. Okay, yeah, anybody could come. And I remember, like, you know, I was always kind of too young to participate, but I was kind of like right there. And then they said that they weren't going to do it this year. And I wanted, and 6-year-old me was like, hell no. Yeah. We're doing this. So I got my dad and I said, I got my mom, got my dad. We went out, bought a strobe light. We got a tarp from the backyard, and we got a truck horn, like just a big old truck horn. And my dad hooked it up to an air tank for me. And yeah, that was. So what
was like the premise of the haunt? What would people do when they came out?
It was so simple, really, honestly. They just went through we just closed off, like the way their porch was it was just kind of had like two sides, like where you enter in the one side and then the rest was house. And they would come in the front and they would just go get their candy at the door and come right out. Like it was like, I'm talking like 10 feet long, like the whole thing. But we're there blowing the truck horn and we're like, you know, and we're little. Like these guys aren't afraid of us. Yeah. Like, but we were scaring like teenagers. Yeah. And they were the big kids at the time, you know, because I mean, a truck horn's pretty jarring. I don't care who's pulling the trigger, you know, and that whole we're not going to do it this year kind of snowballed it all in. And like, I mean, I'm 35 now, and I've never not done a haunted house.
Since you were 6?
Since I was 6.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So it evolved, I'm sure, every year you had more.
It was like, it went from a porch to porch in like the entryway of a house. And then like, we were like, okay, let's do the garage, then the backyard. And then now, you know, over time it's turned into acres and acres of stuff, you know, so, and multiple attractions, and we have a hayride and stuff now. But honestly, it didn't start like that. It started with cheesy costumes and an air horn.
An air horn and a tarp.
The tarp.
You know what's crazy is, so I think back to being a kid, and we had like, I lived in a neighborhood, there was like regular trick-or-treating and stuff, but there wasn't really, no one did haunted houses. No one had like, people would you go up on their porch and they were like in a costume or sitting there, and someone would like do the jump scare. But I don't think I really had my first like haunted house experience until I was in my teens and went to Scary Farm. Like I never had that like neighborhood kind of like haunt situation. Do you go to haunted houses as a kid? Like as a little kid?
No, the closest thing I had was, you know, you go to the fair and there was the zipper and the Ferris wheel and this and that.
Yeah.
I wanted to go ride the car that, you know, kind of went upstairs and it had little spooky things. That was my haunted house.
What do you call those? There's like the fun house, fun ride?
The little fun house, but the spooky version.
The one you sat in like the little buggy and
a
like,
little
took
buggy
you
and it
through.
goes upstairs. It's really smooth.
Yeah.
Little things pop out. That was like my introduction.
Your intro to haunted
It
houses.
had like the cool Halloween graphics and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a name for it, and I'm totally blanking. I feel like it's called the Fun Ride or something like that.
They're just like, they're kind of sketchy and they're
super
portable.
sketchy.
They're rickety as heck.
Can you imagine someone on a bicycle like powering the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A guy who you really don't trust is putting your kids in the.
Okay, so now we're gonna go down a journey of the paranormal, because I'm always interested in people's experiences. If you've had a paranormal experience, if it's something you're into, if you've ever gone ghost hunting, do you guys fuck with any of that?
I've never done it, but I've definitely seen things. 100%.
What have you seen?
I've
set the stage for us. Where were you? Like, what were you doing for this to even be possible?
I'm trying to think of age. Maybe 8 or 9 years old, looking out my bedroom window, and I saw something run by, and 100% it was an alien. I don't care what anybody says.
I love this so much.
I told
you grew up in Southern California?
Southern California.
Okay.
Yep. I closed the blinds really quickly and opened it up to, this thing vanished, like absolutely vanished. So I told my parents about it and my aunt and stuff, and they said, draw it. And I drew it for them as a child. And they like looked at each other like, he saw something. Like they 100%.
Do you have that? Do your parents still have that?
I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom.
Ask your mom.
Yeah, I'd have to ask her. But it was.
What did
if you find that, you need to frame that thing
for
sure.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
So it wasn't like the traditional head that's like, it comes down to the point.
Right.
It was definitely larger.
Okay.
And it definitely had a different shape to it. The eyes weren't as like, I guess almond-ish, as a traditional thing would be.
Like they were gray.
They were a little more round, huge pupils for sure. But it was naked. It didn't have clothes on.
Right.
And
skinny?
It's super skinny. Yeah.
So you looked out your window and what did it do?
It was literally just running. I saw the side profile and that was it.
So like if it was just running by your window.
Yeah, so my bedroom window faced the street and I opened my curtains and I just saw it running by on the opposite side of the street, and I went like this and opened it up quickly again and it was gone.
Enough where if you opened it and it was a person, you would have seen them still running down the street.
100%. Yeah.
I got like chills.
Yeah. So yes, I 100% believe in that stuff.
And you've had your own experience. Please ask your mom if she has.
No. You know what? I've never thought about asking about that.
Is that why there's aliens on the CreepIE official shirt?
One of the Aftermath shirts has aliens on it.
That is wild.
Just curious.
Yeah, I really, you know what? I don't think I've ever talked about that other than inside my household. To be
what's interesting is I had another friend on, and she started telling an alien story. Remember Carly? And she's like, I don't really like remember like same thing. She was like, I don't know that I've like really like explored this story much more. And I was asking more questions. I was like, hey, wait, so what happened? Did you lose time? Where were you? And same thing. She's like, I'm going to have to ask my mom. But that would be insane if she still has that.
Yeah. I need to ask her about that.
Or maybe we have, if she doesn't, we have you recreate it.
I
redraw it. Could you?
I have it in my head. I could create it from, like I said, I only saw the side profile.
Okay.
And I can create it with color too, because it wasn't green or anything like that.
What color was it?
It had regular like skin tone.
Okay.
But the head had like, it was like a reddish hue to it. It didn't match the body, but it wasn't like drastically different, but it like blended. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Okay. You might have to recreate it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that your drawing for your mom probably wasn't.
Get a
colored.
napkin.
It definitely
Get a
was.
napkin.
You're probably a better artist at this point in your life.
I mean, I can't draw a stick figure, but I could probably draw that.
All right. I have faith in you. Yeah. Okay, so I have another follow-up question, but I'm going to go to you first because I want to know if you have had any sort of like paranormal ghost stories.
I'm gonna make this quick. Like honestly, I have never seen anything. All of my monsters are stuff that comes out of my imagination. So
interesting.
So
are you opposed to it?
I mean, to me, like if I seen it, then obviously my opinion would change. Like I'm not like opposed to that, but to me, to this point, 35 years I've been on this planet, I've never seen
no ghosts, no
anything
aliens,
like that. I mean, I guess
no
like
Sasquatch.
one of the craziest things I seen was like, I seen something flying through the sky at like 4 a.m. over Silverwood Lake. It went from horizon to horizon, but I mean, and it was crazy looking, and it seemed like it was lower than like a satellite or something like that. But that's probably the extent of what I've seen.
Possible UFO.
Yeah.
Sighting.
I mean, it could have been a rock. I don't know.
It could have been a flying rock.
I'm like, it was 4 a.m. and we were going boating that day. I mean, who knows? Like, it could have been my imagination.
Okay, so not opposed to it, but no actual experiences yourself.
Yeah, I'm a very open-minded person, but I mean, like,
would you go ghost hunting? Would you be?
I've been on a few like ghost tours and stuff like that, and I've never seen anything.
Or maybe you have and you just didn't recognize it.
Maybe. And, you know, that's not to say that I don't like, there's a lot of energy all around us.
Not to say you don't believe it.
Not to say, and I believe that I've been guided by things at some point, but I've never actually like witnessed something standing there or just like physically like I cannot deny that it's there. You know what I mean? Like I've never experienced that.
And I think that's a really special experience when people do get that, because I know for me personally, I'm like, yes, I want to see it. Although I'm slightly like, I still have that little bit of like, it would freak me out, but I want it. So I think there's sometimes where you want it too bad where you don't get it because you're like actively searching for it. But follow-up question. So when I was asking like paranormal, I was like expecting like ghost stories and you went straight alien. And I was like, oh yes. Because another question that I like to ask, if you had the opportunity to be abducted by an alien, would you or would you not?
100%.
Okay, tell me more.
Yeah, I mean, where to go for it? Now,
that experience, you think that experience influences that decision?
I definitely, because it didn't instill fear in me when I saw it. I wasn't scared. I was calm.
But you were young.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was super young. But yeah, it didn't. Yeah, like if I saw a ghost even at this, like I'd freak out.
Yeah.
There was just calmness to me. It didn't really bother me.
So the aliens are above the studio right now, and they're like, Nick, would you like to come with us? And you're just like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have a follow-up question to that is, do I get to come back and to talk about it?
This is my next question, because some people, I don't think we've had anyone that's like, absolutely, yes, no questions asked, let's go. Everyone's like, well, listen, yes, but, and that's a good follow-up question. So the rules are you'd want to be able to, ground rules, we set our ground rules, you want to be able to come back.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave my family. So, there's that, of course. But yeah, I'd want to just let people know, hey, man, stuff's real, man.
Yeah.
I saw a lot here.
I mean...
So I'm guessing you'd just be like, yeah, I'm not crazy. Like that'd be like that.
I know what I saw.
Yeah, you're like,
I know what I saw.
Like,
yeah, you can't tell me I didn't.
It would just
Yeah.
Did you ever share that with any of your friends growing up?
No. Like I said, this is probably the first time I've ever talked about it outside of my family.
What did your family say?
My mom is really into ghosts and feelings and spiritual stuff, like paranormal and all that stuff. So it wasn't like a shock to them. Like, they were just like, "Oh, you saw something? Oh, really? Tell us. Tell us more. Yeah, let us. What did you see? You know."
And I think that probably has a lot to do with your trajectory, because there's so many people that, like, say you did tell your friends or you did tell your family, and they're like, "No, you're crazy. Don't say that. That's not real. That can't be real." And then that changes, especially as a young child, changes what you feel comfortable with. So when you have an environment like, I mean, I haven't met your parents. I've met your parents, and I feel that love and energy, and I'm assuming that's the love and energy that you had too, of like, this is acceptable, we believe you, and it fosters that like environment where you feel okay with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, aliens are here. They would like to abduct you. I mean, are you down?
Is it a party bus? Like, are they hot?
I don't know. You get to set the ground rules. I feel like it's fair to be like,
party bus.
Is it a party bus? You could ask those questions.
I mean, like, it would all, I guess it would depend on like the demeanor. Like, does it look like it's gonna eat me, or like, you know, like if it's like Alien, like, no. Like,
I mean, if it's okay, I guess that's a follow-up question I never thought of asking. What if they look kind of scary? Is it still a yes?
Yeah, it's still a yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that the world would need to know, plain and simple. And I will gladly, if I can come back, sacrifice myself for that to let people know, hey, this is real.
Cameron and I have had that conversation, and we're like, could you imagine, because now so many documents have been like unclassified and there's information that's available to the public. Could you imagine living in a time where you couldn't say anything? Could you imagine having this piece of knowledge, even if it's just the fact, even if the only piece of knowledge is, yes, there's something else out there, and you, by law, could not say anything, and having to live with that. So like the fact that you're like, a big part of this is not just for me, it's for everyone else.
100%,
it's like to let everyone else know that this is in fact a real thing.
Right.
And Rix is only going to go if it's a party bus.
If it's a party bus.
That's also fair. That's also fair.
I mean, like, I don't. Like, I haven't put a lot of thought into this, if I'm just being 100% honest.
Fair.
I've never seen, I don't think I've seen enough to, like, really convince me. Other words, but it's like, it is a big universe out there.
Absolutely.
Like, we're a speck of dust floating in space right now. Like, so, I mean, anything's possible. I'd be open-minded to things, but it's, you know, as of now, like, it's kind of not where my mindset is, I guess.
As of right now, you're like, unless it's going to be like fun, we're not going in the spaceship.
Yeah, I mean, I own a UFO. Like, I do. I have a flying saucer.
Oh, I was like, okay, tell me more.
No, I have a flying saucer. It's a Halloween prop.
Is he the alien? Like,
I might be, you know.
He's trying to throw me off here.
Yeah,
right.
He's trying to abduct you onto the party bus.
He was
you
like,
know?
when you were a kid and you opened your window, that was me.
That was me.
Yeah. So
probing or no probing?
Probing. And honestly, neither of them said anything about probing. That was my first thing. I was like, listen, I got to come back. There's no probing. And if you have to like medically examine me or whatever, I don't want to remember. I want to come back and I want to be like, cool, it was a great time. We had fun. I don't want to remember any of the funny business. So.
I mean, if like, say the interaction was like, look, like, this is going to be like no strings attached. Like, I'm just going to talk to an alien or something. Like, heck yeah, that'd be freaking awesome.
That's fair.
Like, that'd be cool.
Set the ground rules. And listen, I always say the aliens, they're in. They're in. They have a couple of ground rules. They're pretty basic, but they're definitely in.
Yeah.
So as far as like, we have believers. You guys are both believers. Is there any sort of like experience that you, while you're on this planet, you want to have? Like, out of all of the wild things, the cryptids, the Sasquatch, the aliens, the UFOs, the all of that, is there anything that you're like, I wish that this could be a real thing for me? I know it's a pretty intense question because there's like so much out there.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's some people I'm like, I really love Bigfoot and Sasquatch. Like, I really want that to be real. Everything that I've ever seen is so far-fetched and I don't believe it, that's one of the things that I'm like, I wish I could just be in a forest camping and I just see him and he does the famous pose and then he just comes up and we hang out and I know more about him and his family.
Just have a beer with Sasquatch.
I would love that. My favorite commercial is it Jack Link's? It's one of the beef jerkies.
Yeah.
And the guy, there's one year that they did Valentine's Day. It was like a Valentine's Day heart. I tell this story all the time, but it was full of beef jerky. And I was like, that's what I want. I want Sasquatch in the forest to come up and give me the candy box of beef jerky and we just hang out. That's my goal. Will it ever happen? I don't know, but there's still time.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger is when like a lot of the stuff I would say happened to me. As I got older, it kind of went away.
Yeah.
But if there was one thing, and it's just because I'm fascinated by the ocean, would be like a Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness.
Just because that thing is so massive, like, where is he? Where can you find him?
Yeah.
How quick can he go away? If you were to see him. You know,
I'm terrified of the ocean, so
yes,
I'm like...
so am I. But if I'm fascinated by it, like, I'm so terrified, it fascinates me.
Interesting. Yeah. So with Jaws being one of the films that basically like ignited this for you, would you ever go swim with sharks? Or have you ever?
No, I have not.
Okay. Would you ever?
I want to so bad.
Okay.
But no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to do it.
I tried once. It didn't work out for me.
Oh, really?
It was my thing of because Jaws really messed me up. There's a shark in every body of water, whether it's a puddle in the backyard,
100%.
a pool, like there's Jawses in there. Very rational. But there was an opportunity to go do that. And at first I was like, absolutely fucking not. Like that's crazy. I would never do that. And it was an open dive. So it wasn't in a cage. But they were nurse sharks. So technically like a nice shark. I don't believe that, but a nicer shark. And, I finally was like, you know what, if I'm going to overcome this fear, this is how I'm going to do it. We went out. The water was terrible. It was super dangerous. We had to come back in. I was projectile vomiting off of the back of the boat for like a very long time. It created another trauma for me of motion sickness in the ocean. Yep. And I didn't not get to see any sharks, but I still feel like given the opportunity, I probably would do it if I could be airlifted with a helicopter and dropped into the ocean. And I didn't have to experience the boat thing. But yeah, so maybe we'll do that. We'll find a time and we're like, okay, we're going to go swim with the sharks.
Well, what about a cage with great whites? That would be probably one of the most amazing experiences on the planet.
Yeah, I think given the opportunity, I probably would do it. Would I like go on the internet and find like book it for myself? Probably not. But if someone was like,
I found it,
if you found,
and then we could all get over a fear together.
I mean, I would do it. I would do it with friends, for sure. But not anytime soon, so don't go home.
I'm going to pull out my phone right now and just book
I always say I tell people, I'm like, text me when you get home. And he's going to text me. He's like, yeah, I'm home. Also,
by the way, in Florida right now.
Just saying, Nick, I'm in. If you'll have me, I'm down. I'm so down. I'm so down.
Do they do that in California? I think you have to go. There's great white sharks here. I have a friend also
sure there is,
who knows I'm afraid, and I told him to stop doing it. But he used to send me those videos of the aerial photographer guy or videographer that would take the drones and show the great white, like Southern California beaches that we've been to.
Huntington, yeah, you see there all the time.
And I'm like, okay, well now I'm never going in the ocean. And Cameron loves to surf, and we'll go. And I'm like, I'll go into like right here where I could see, and that's the extent of it. Okay.
That'd be a fun group trip for sure.
Group shark diving experience. Yep. If anyone out there has any inside scoop on that, we would love to let us know for sure.
Down.
Rix, any experiences that you're like, I want to see this before I leave this planet?
Probably the aurora.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, and it seems to be so hard to get because it's like timing and it's not like something that just happens every day. But honestly, the Northern Lights would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty. There was a pretty recently where you can see them from we have family in Montana. Couldn't you see them from Montana?
Yeah, they see them a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So group trip to the Aurora to see the auroras wherever we can see it.
That one would have to be spontaneous though, because isn't it kind of like a storm where it happens?
Yeah,
it's not regular.
It's seasonal, and then I think depending on there's things have to align for it to be
for sure
possible. So in this spooky world, we all met through the convention circuit, which is kind of crazy, many, many years ago. And can you tell me your best convention experience? Like, was it meeting someone? Was it meeting an idol? I mean, was it a specific haunt that you had set up? Like, is there anything that really stands out for you guys?
And I couldn't even give you a specific one, to be honest. It's more the people I've met along the way. I've met literally lifelong friends from going to cons. So that nothing can ever trump that, in my opinion, for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely it for me. It's just, it's the people. 100%.
And we say that all the time too, because there's so many people, like, without the horror conventions, we would have never met each other. And I think that a lot of people don't realize there's a family in the horror con circuit, and so many of us have met each other and developed lifelong friendships where even if the con stops, we still are friends. Exactly. Which is an incredible experience. What about you, Rix?
I agree with that 100%. But like to give something else, like, I don't know, like we build a lot of haunted houses at conventions, at his show and the Midsummer Scream show.
Yeah.
And
then Fear Farm itself, like your own actual haunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, like, as far as like the convention, some of the convention ones that we've done, they're smaller, but some of them I feel like are some of our best work.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like honestly,
this latest one was really good.
The recent one was cool. Like, I'm actually really, really proud of that one. And, you know, especially because we've never done anything 3D haunt before. And to just kind of be like, okay, guys, like we're gonna do a full 3D haunt for CreepIE and actually be able to pull it off, and people actually liked it and stuff.
Really fun.
It was cool.
It was really fun.
That was pretty cool. But I mean, there's been a lot of highlights. I mean, obviously, like, you know, we were partying with Bob Gurr at the after party that one time. That was super fun. Like, dude, like nobody's gonna outdance that guy.
Never. He was dancing.
Yeah,
he always dances at the after party.
That's so funny
and good. Like, he's a great dancer.
Oh, really?
Not like it wasn't cheesy or anything. Like, he just literally goes in the middle of the circle and steals the whole
lights
show.
up the room.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I love
like
that.
it's wild. And him and I were just like,
That's awesome. I have to say that the Fear Farm haunts, so we have like little nieces and nephews, and they'll come to the shows. And this was like years and years ago. I remember our nephew Owen, he was always like, he liked spooky stuff, but he's kind of just like a little scared, like the monsters running around, or even like some of our nieces that would come, the monsters it's a little much, you know, they get a little afraid. And there was one year where Owen was like, Cameron, are you gonna, like, he'll go as long, he's not gonna go by himself, you know, he's little. But now I feel like you're raising these kids in these situations where it's not like, it's scary, but it's not too scary. It's just scary enough to like make him jump. But the second, I remember the first time he went through it, and he was like, came out, he's so pumped. He's almost like flexing, like, I did it. And then every other show that they get to come to and visit, they're like, okay, we're going to do the haunt. We're going to go to the haunts. And I feel like it's really cool to have this opportunity for these younger kids. Like, we didn't have that when we were kids. We didn't have horror conventions. Yeah, there was like Not Scary Farm and horror nights and stuff like that. But besides like trick-or-treating, you didn't really experience that until your teens. So now providing, like, with CreepIE Con and with Fear Farm, you're giving these opportunities to younger kids to experience the things that you didn't have growing up. And I wanted to ask, does that inspire what you do for your work? Like, do you think about that, like being a kid and like, I didn't have this, so I want to give this opportunity to kids now?
Oh, 100%. And it's the next generation.
Yeah.
You know, you got to introduce them to this stuff that's so awesome and show them in a light way where they could go through his and be, like you said, want to come back every time.
Right.
And one of the cool things about doing the show is all the awesome cosplay, but it's also seeing little kids dressed as Chucky or Freddy or Michael.
Yeah.
And they're super small. And like you said, I didn't have that as a kid. So it's really cool to be like, my 6-year-old self would be loving
Freaking
to come.
out.
Would be freaking out to
out.
come and be dressed up as that. You know, it's just, you know, with all the companies making the masks and this and that, like there's so much more out there now than we had. We had the little plastic, you know, little slip-on things. Like you can get a full-fledged.
We were jinky as hell.
Oh yeah.
We had to be very creative.
Yeah.
We always talk about like toys coming out and new releases of like, I mean, there's shit all over the studio of things that, if this was available when I was a kid, I would have lost my mind.
For sure.
And now kids have access to all of this stuff. And I feel like it's underappreciated, you know? So you kind of want to remind them too of like, look at what you have, look at this opportunity, look at what you can make. And you see kids trick-or-treating now and I'm like, okay, is your mom or dad like a special effects makeup artist? Like, how the hell do you look this good? We looked, what did you say earlier? And you were like, my costume, you didn't say janky, or did you say that? Did something
Probably.
about like,
I mean, we were just, we were making our costumes out of things that we had.
That were not costumes.
They were not costumes. A bed sheet is not a costume, but it is.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and obviously it's a bed sheet, but everybody knew what we were trying to do. Yeah. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
You know, and back then, like,
you had to be creative.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess the standards for being realistic were as high back then.
Oh God, yeah.
You know? So it's like if you just got the basic idea across, like it was a pass.
The bar is very high now. Like I even for myself, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this together, and then I'm like, oh, I need to do better. Like the little kids that are knocking on the door are like crazy looking, and I look super half-assed right
how
now.
about the guy with the Springtrap costume?
Oh,
your guys' show.
Insane.
My goodness, dude. Like,
absolutely bonkers.
What? Like, that kid's costume, like, he deserves some notoriety. That guy put so much work into that thing. Like, and it's wild. Like, but I mean, like you said, it's come a long way from Sheet Ghost to where
it has.
to that.
But I think that you can still appreciate a good sheet ghost.
Absolutely.
You know, you see
100%.
all of these like 3D printed with mechanisms and smoke and lights, and then you can also see a guy walking with the sheet ghost with the sunglasses over it, and you're like, okay, it's classic.
Yeah, I'm going down memory lane
not
there.
to spill
I'm like,
anything.
kudos to you for keeping that alive.
For keeping the classics alive.
Yeah, not to spill it or anything, but there might be a few sheet ghosts coming to Fear Farm this year. I've got some ideas.
I love a good sheet ghost.
So.
And you know, a sheet ghost is, it sounds really easy. Sounds super easy.
It's not.
It's not.
Because
you have to get it to sit right. You have to get the eyes to stay. And if you don't, like, if you do the Halloween trick where you put the glasses over it, that's the trick, right? You hold the eye holes in place. But to walk around in a sheet ghost costume, I mean, kudos, because it's not an easy thing to do.
We didn't know the sunglasses trick. I mean, I was blind the whole time. I didn't see any of that trick-or-treating session.
You were also probably too young to have seen Halloween at the time that you were the sheet ghost.
Yeah.
I would hope that you hadn't seen it yet. And I think back to like being a kid, and I'm like, the shit that we did.
Yeah.
Like the fact that all of us are still alive.
We would go on our own with pillowcases around the neighborhood on our own.
Yeah.
We didn't like, okay, like don't be too late.
Yep.
You know, that was the rule.
Is there anything, because Cameron and I always talk about this. I'm a girl. I grew up with a younger brother and an older brother. So I had brothers that did stupid shit. I didn't do too much stupid things like lighting too many. We used to light like the Barbie's hair on fire, light the little Hot Wheels, and like play in the backyard. But he tells me stories, and I guess this is more of a boy question. I don't know how him and his brothers have all their fingers and toes. Like, they would blow shit up. They were making zip line. He nods his head. Like, yeah. What was like one of the craziest things that you did as a kid and you're surprised you're still alive?
Making ramps for skateboards and bikes, man. 100%. There was nothing more sketchy than you hitting a ramp and the ramp going sliding and then you going flying. I mean,
and you know too, like the end of the ramp always lifted like this, so like it would catch your trucks or something. Like
if the camera could see Cameron's face right now, he's like has the biggest grin on his face because he's like, yeah, we did that shit too. Yeah. I think the craziest one for me is when he said, oh yeah, we made like a zip line, and I'm thinking like, okay, like a zip line you would hang the G.I. Joes from. He's like, no, like a one that we would go on. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, we just like put it from the trees and we would just like fly across the neighborhood. And then we would throw dynamite in the manhole and watch it explode. And I'm like, what?
Oh, that's genius.
I mean,
crazy. And they're all still alive.
Sometimes.
I mean, I can relate, honestly.
It's
like
a boy thing,
we've My dad used to be like the instigator. I'd walk into the
that.
garage and be like,
His dad
Dad,
was rad.
like, what are we doing today? Like, let's cause some mayhem. And,
Yeah.
and like, we were always making some kind of makeshift firework. One time we had a water slide in the backyard that was over 20 feet tall. It was higher than my house. And we literally, like, it had a jump at the end too. And like, there's a YouTube video somewhere, but that was a little later. But like, we were always, like, my whole life, I can remember.
It's like real life Jackass.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That was my life. Like, I remember my dad, we had like a Nissan or something. My dad cut the roof off the thing, and we used to just pile everybody in the car and drive around the dirt fields and we were hauling ass.
Yeah.
Like we're hitting jumps and everything, like, until the car wouldn't run anymore.
Yeah.
And then we would get rid of the car and then get another car and do it again. Like, that was
just a normal Tuesday. See, kids, when you go outside and you don't do like super dangerous stuff, but like a little danger is like keeps the blood flowing, keeps everything fresh.
Makes you
fun.
feel alive.
Makes you feel alive. So you said water slide story, and I think about, so when I was little, I do remember we had like this like play set, like swing set in the backyard, and it had a slide. It was a metal slide. And when we were kids and it was hot, we would make it a water slide, and we'd put the hose down the top of the thing. And you typically, like a normal person, you'd climb up the wooden stairs and you'd slide down it. But we would climb up the water hose like Tarzan while the water was coming down. And like every year it just got progressively, like, you would push it. You wouldn't use the steps, you would use the water hose. And one year I'm like, I got this, and I'm pulling on the water hose, and it's water on metal, so it's very slippery. Sure. And my feet slip out from under me. My face smacks the water slide. I go sliding. I mean, I was probably like 7, 6. I'd have to ask my mom, but I was like younger than 8. I was older than 5 because I remember this. And I go down the slide, and I get up, and I'm like, try not to cry because I don't want to make it seem like I did something bad. Like, oh, it's fine, I got this. And I turn around and I smile, and my whole one of my front teeth just cracked, and I was missing like half of my tooth. And I'm like smiling like everything's fine, and everyone's like, oh, and they freaked out. And I was fine until they freaked out. And then I felt blood, and I was like, and then I just lost it, and I started crying. And then I go inside and I see like I had like really bad buck teeth when I was little, like big front teeth, and then one of them was like halfway gone. Trauma.
I'll tell you though, if you didn't wet that slide, you couldn't ride that slide because those things were frying pans.
No, it was an experience. I never did it again. I normally we still did the water slide, of course, but I just didn't climb up the hose. So I guess I was
steps for life after that.
Yeah.
Steps for life.
Sure.
Steps. And as an adult, I fall down the steps all the time. So I mean, really, we haven't come too far from that experience. Okay, so we are going to play a couple rounds of What's in the Coffin, but I wanted to ask, and I know for Fear Farm, this is a little far out to say dates, but typically when does Fear Farm open in the fall?
Typically it's weekends in October.
Okay, so all weekends in October.
Yeah, if like any Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we're usually running. There are going to be, this year we're going to have a few dates that are the exception to that.
Okay.
But we typically like to just run in October. We're not September is kind of crazy for us.
There's so much going on.
All the haunts are opening up and everything else. Honestly, we just don't feel like September has the juice that we
October
need.
has the juice, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the year too, because every year we'll do the haunts at the conventions, but usually by the time spooky season comes around, we're so busy. But this year, mark my words, we are going.
That's right.
We're going. It's happening. We're going. And then for CreepIE, dates have moved around this year. So the aftermath is now July
10th through the 12th.
10th through the 12th at the Ontario Convention Center.
Yep.
And then regular CreepIE will follow up in January.
Yeah, I have the dates. But
okay.
Yeah, it's
typically end of January, early February.
Yeah, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's February 5th through the 7th.
Okay, perfect.
Something like that. Around there.
And we'll link both of the sites in the description. So as that information updates, you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to catch your social medias. But for now, is there any last words from either of you before we start What's in the Coffin?
I'm scared.
I really want to see that drawing of that alien.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna print it on a T-shirt too.
I'm gonna actually, when we're done, I'm gonna send a text and be like, "Hey, Do you still have this by chance?
I would, I want to know. And if not,
that's a cool story.
We need like a live draw. Just record yourself redrawing it so that we can experience it. Because I feel like your artistic skills have probably improved a little bit.
Yeah, probably not.
No,
to be honest, but
the fact that it's still so vivid.
Oh,
to you,
I could
that's
see it.
what's
I could
crazy.
see it. Yeah, 100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for alien drawing,
live drawing
or photo from
huge
Nick's mom.
breakthrough. Aliens are going public.
The aliens are like, oh shit, we were hoping you would have forgot by now.
And if I go missing, you know where I am.
Yeah. Well, we know who did it.
Yeah, he gave them permission.
He did. We know the guy in the photo, or guy or gal in the photo did it. Okay, so we're going to break for What's in the Coffin, BRB. We're back for What's in the Coffin. I learned just right now, there's nothing even in there yet. And Nick says, I'm a little claustrophobic, and this is in line with that. So explain to me what makes you claustrophobic about this.
Just putting your hands in there and having a task to do, I guess, because they have to stay. It's not like I can immediately pull them out. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but for me, in order to do it,
you want to be good at it.
Yeah, okay. It just makes me feel like a little claustrophobic. Trapped. So, a little sweat here, a little sweat there, no big deal.
He started talking a little faster.
Yeah,
he's sweating.
Yeah. If I don't shut up, you guys know why.
He's very nervous. It's going to be fine. And just so you know, you're not trapped. If there's at any moment where you're like, I don't want to do this, or I don't like this, or you're freaked out.
I might just take it with me and get up and just walk out.
Just leaves. He throws it. So Cameron is going to put the things in the coffin. So you have to close your eyes now. And you don't open them until he tells you. Rix and I have our eyes open so we can see what's going in.
Got your eyes closed?
Yes, sir.
Oh, did you see? Oh, he can peek.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the sketchier ones for sure.
Nothing sketch. Don't listen to him.
Oh, awesome.
He's the instigator.
I'm going in.
Cameron is here to instill
I got
fear.
a really funny story to talk about this as soon as this is over.
After he gets
because it's weird coincidence.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like really weird right now.
Okay. You tell us when he can open his eyes. Go for it. Your eyes can be open, and your hands may enter the coffin. I'm getting nervous for you.
Ah.
What do you feel? You have to use your words because some people are only listening and not watching.
Oh, I know it.
Which makes it even more weird.
No, I don't know it.
What do you think it is?
A tech deck with a lamp.
1 for 1.
1 point. You can pick it up.
Oh, I can pick it up and stuff? Okay.
You don't have to leave it on the thing.
I'm scared.
You got part of it.
I got it. It's a tech deck with a Charlie Brown ghost on it.
Pretty fucking much
That's
nailed it.
pretty. You pretty much got it.
You can pull it out.
You can pull it out. Or you
I can't. Yeah.
He's like, I can't get it all. So this is my friend Rocom. This is his new toy. It's a little sheet ghost.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's a little sheet ghost kid.
That's like everything we were just talking
know.
about. Skateboards,
Honestly,
Charlie Brown ghost.
Remember, I was talking about because I don't have any tattoos, and my all of the Fear Farm guys, they're getting sheet ghost tattoos, and we were like, everybody's like, you should get one with a skateboard on it. Today. I'm not even kidding.
That's crazy.
Not even kidding. Like that happened today.
You know what's funny is so when we came over here, he's like, what did you bring for What's in the Coffin? I was like, oh, and I had this in my bag, and I was like, oh, we should totally use this. This is perfect. This is going to be a great one. They're never going to, I should have known you would have got it right away because literally we all had this.
Yeah.
But that's a
like
super
the hottest
crazy
toy for like 10 years.
Yep.
I touched this first and I was like, oh.
Like, what kind of show is this?
Things are getting crazy. Okay, so you're going to go, close your eyes one more. You're really good at this.
Put your hands over your eyes.
Oh, he doesn't trust you. He said hands over your eyes.
Dude, that's fine. I promise you I'm not like, I'm not.
He's bringing it from over there.
I still think it's
closed.
crazy that that's what it was.
Oh my God. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you have to.
Yeah. This is good.
That's the one that was in the live animal cage.
Yeah.
So.
You son of a gun.
We promise no live things.
Beware with your fingers on this one.
Well,
You're good, Nick. You can.
you're good. He's glistening. He's got a glow.
Shining.
We're calling
Shining.
this the What's in the Coffin glow now.
Yeah.
In honor of Nick.
I don't get how you were like, yeah, just abduct me. And then like this makes
And this bothers me. Yeah, I know, right?
He's like, but I have to put my hands in the coffin. I'm scared.
But I'm claustrophobic, so it's different.
But what if it's a small spaceship, man?
Ooh.
That's
And it just sucks me in?
Just saying.
This is also a precursor, so it can't be a small spaceship, and you have to come back. Remember I said you have to set your guidelines.
That's right, yeah.
So as long as you set them up front.
And they have to let me
Cameron's
put
face.
stuff on my phone. Am I going to knock it? Like, I'm not going to break
No, you
anything,
can't break.
right?
No.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh. What do you feel?
Plastique.
Plastique is correct. Plastique.
Ooh, this is... I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can pick it up.
You can pick it up, yeah.
Ooh, this
I know,
is
I
tough.
kind of want to see what... Can't hold it too high, because then you'll be able
I know, I know. I saw like a little glimpse, and I don't want to do it.
The funniest thing is its backside.
Hello, front side.
This one's kind of hard, I feel like.
I feel it's like some sort of little table thing.
Is he feeling the top?
Yeah, like it's like a stand or something.
Kind of. The shape could feel like that, but it's not that.
More about feeling the shape and...
The lower part of it, not the top part of it.
Oh no, the top is like...
Oh, I was saying like the top of it.
With like a little mannequin or something.
Close.
Getting there.
Close.
Yeah, definitely get warmer.
Plastique.
Plastique. What would
Mannequin-esque?
be plastic? Mannequin-esque.
Feel around the top too to feel.
Oh, okay.
Things
Are
are
these
move-
ears?
Getting body parts close, but not ears.
This thing doesn't have ears.
Ooh, is
that
it
are
a
visible.
bat? No,
No.
way off there. This one's kind of got me stumped. Not gonna lie.
Plastique. It's
Flip
a
it upside
tall,
down.
slim design. Is it upside down right now?
Yeah, I just flipped
Oh,
it.
it's upside down.
Yeah, I flipped it.
That would be right side up.
Hmm.
I'm going to give you a hint. It's something that you talked about.
Is it an alien?
Pull it out.
Look how excited I get. Dude. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Ding.
No, it's an alien. You got it.
Totally
Is it really?
Yeah. An alien what, though? Can you tell me what it's an alien, but it also has another function.
Alien candle holder?
Alien candle holder's fair. It actually would make a great candle holder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry, Mike. Oh, sippy cup. Dude, I would have never guessed that.
I was really hoping that you would have felt his six pack because
I didn't though. I could feel this part,
His
but not
boobies?
this part, like the rib part.
yeah, his boobs, his ribs, and he's on a is he on a
My
spaceship?
boy right here, by the way. My boy.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
He's
that's
the
his
abductor.
backside.
This is the guy I saw running down the street. The exact guy.
Sideways.
You guys, how is he in your house right now?
He called. He was like, he's gonna tell you the story about me. I need you to put me in the coffin.
Yeah, he just knew.
That's
Good
2
job,
for
dude.
2.
Good.
That's 2 for 2. Well done.
Thank
Well
you
done.
guys. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, Rix, you're up.
Yeah. He didn't get bit by anything.
No, nothing was alive.
From the live animal cage.
And you had so much doubt in your heart that you weren't going to be good at this game, and you got both of them.
Okay.
This thing just cracked us up when we bought it. We had to get him because we were like, dude, look at this ripped alien.
It has abs.
He's
Like,
awesome.
yeah.
Well,
6-pack alien
so
abs.
No, yeah, that guy's.
I like-
That's the buffest alien I've
I
ever
like
seen.
when you were saying, "Oh, it's the backside," and your hands were on his little butt.
Like, yeah, his hands was in it. You were like digging in his butt.
Let me put it back. And go.
It sounded like it was metal.
Son of a
It's definitely metal.
Heavy metal.
heavy metal.
No, it's not that thing that was on your necklace. It's about the same shape, though. There's no flat head on it, so it's not Frankenstein. Heavy.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you a wizard?
You know, it's definitely a face of some kind.
Stay
Wow.
on target. You're good.
Yeah. You know, just by what you just said, I feel like maybe it could be like Lemmy from Motorhead's face or something. No, maybe not. Okay.
Horror icon.
Horror icon?
Yes.
Dracula. No. I don't know. It's got a nose. It's got like a keychain part thing on the top. Is it like Leatherface?
Getting
Close.
closer.
Close.
Close.
Because it's Jason, ain't it? Because I can feel the mask on front of the face.
That's wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But look,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd be able to. It's kind of hard to do, but it's like it's the same company. It's Holy Chapel that does these charms. But if you can get your fingers in there, you can do it. It opens up.
Oh, that's
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's
Like the
right.
attention to detail is insane. But I fucked up when I hit it, and he's like, "It's metal," because it dinged.
It
That
went
was my
bing.
fault.
I was
So
like,
you
well,
had
I
to
would have
hit-
known it was
you had to
metal.
hit-
Honestly, I would have
Yeah.
I touch metal every single day.
I hit right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Isn't that thing cool?
Yeah, it's rad.
He was like,
That was
already,
impressive, dude.
He was.
That
That's,
was
are you a
impressive.
wizard?
All right.
Watch
Do
it
it.
instantaneous.
I know. Yep. Some people are really good at this. I'm not one of those people.
It's a hair clip.
Get
I-
Yeah, but who was on the hair clip?
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay, let's try that.
Would you have gotten that fast?
Oh my goodness. It's like teeth, right?
Yeah, that's the clip part. But like,
Like-
there's a character on it.
I know.
It's more the little flat emblem that you have your fingers on.
I know. I don't know if I could feel that one out though.
Think about where you are and who I am as a
Y-
person.
I know.
What kind of that should be telling of what kind of hair clip it would be. But if you get this, he's a wizard for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, there's no other
Like,
explanation.
is it a spider?
I think he's gonna do it
No,
too.
I think you're
I
gonna
think
get
he'll
it.
do it.
It's like Braille. Like,
There's something on there that would feel like that,
yeah.
but
That's what he's feeling is the little like rhinestone.
the little rhinestones.
Okay.
But those rhinestones make a shape
They make a shape.
of something. And you could look around the room for hints as well.
Okay.
I thought for a second his eyes.
It's Scream, right?
What did you say?
He said it's Scream.
Yeah.
Wizard.
It's not Scream.
Well, it's not.
who?
It's
Ghostface.
There you go.
Yeah, Ghostface.
Pull that sucker out.
Oh, no kidding. Actually, that was really hard to.
I would have never gotten
I
that.
would have never gotten that.
I would have never. I would have gotten a hair clip, but I'm a girl and I use hair clips. But I would have never been like, that's Ghostface on there.
Honestly, like the
2 for 2.
rhinestones were really like tricky, like that kind
Like,
of.
could you even feel that? There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it's
Even
crazy.
Even if I felt it all the way around, there's no way. No, I would have just known hair clip, and I'd been like, and I'm done with this.
Yeah, at first I thought it was like some kind of like creature with like teeth, and like this was like their
yeah, like a
mouth.
little
you know what I
monster.
mean?
That's a good throw off piece.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually
So,
So you guys were doubtful, and you had it in you.
but it's definitely metal.
Yeah.
So,
All right, guys, you guys did a great job. So that'll do it for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Vamp. I want to thank my guests, Nick and Rix. Make sure to check the website. We'll have links to all of your guys' website to update information. Always remember to adopt, don't shop, spay and neuter your pets, and most importantly, don't forget to get spooky. Thanks, guys. You guys were amazing. That was so much fun.
thank you.